Today we're going to do a tutorial on 13 by LANY. Thank you so much for requesting it. And it goes like this. First thing we need to do is learn that F sharp major chord. Okay, so it's a bar chord, and I'm gonna speak as if you didn't know it. Okay, so first we're gonna take our first finger right here and lay it right here all over the second fret like that. Okay, then we're gonna take our third finger and put it on the fourth fret of the A chord, the A string. So fourth fret of the A string, and then same thing for your fourth finger, fourth fret of the D string this time, and then your third finger right here on the third fret of the G string. Okay, so it goes like this. Okay, one more time. So first finger on the second fret right here, lay it down like that. Then you take your third finger and put it on the fourth fret of the A string, then fourth finger and you put it on the fourth fret of the D string, and third finger on the third fret of the G string. Okay? So that's our F sharp major chord. Next, we go to that next chord. So we're gonna lay that first finger on the fourth fret, just like that. And then put our third finger on the third fret of the A string, right here. So one more time, first finger on the fourth fret, and then third finger on the sixth fret of the A string. Okay? Now next chord is exactly the same shape, but we move it a whole step or 2 frets. So 1, 2, so 1, 2, and here you go. Now we are on the 6th fret, so we lay our bar on the 6th fret, and then our third finger is at this point on the 8th fret. Okay, so third finger on the 8th fret of the A string, and those are our minors, so it goes. So therefore, we go like that. Then we go back to that second chord, okay? So it'd be F sharp, G sharp minor, then A sharp minor, and then back to G sharp minor. Minor 7, both of them. Okay? Then what we do the same thing. And then this time we change to a different chord, which in this case would be our B major 7. Okay? So another jazzy chord. Really the full B major 7 would be kind of like this. But here really we just only use these 3 strings right there. So first finger on the 7th fret of the low E, third finger on the 8th fret of the D string, and then fourth finger on the 8th fret of the G string. So it'd be like this. So we got like one string right here, the A string is muted by your finger, okay? So you see, you want to mute that with your first finger intentionally. Okay? So we'd go for the second part, you'd go like this. Alright? So those are the chords, okay? F sharp major, G sharp minor 7, A sharp minor 7, and then B major 7. Okay? So next what we need to do is work on our right hand. Okay, so what is the right hand doing? Most of the time we really are using, I choose to use my thumb, my middle, and my ring finger for that, because that's the way I like to do it. But you could use thumb first, index, and then middle. But I like to do it this way. So my thumb is on the low E, and then I put my middle on the D string, and then I put my ring on the G string, so it goes like this. So try it a few times, just like that. Okay. So really, that's the position that's gonna stay. Is gonna stay in this position for most of the song. So we go like this, and there's like a little groovy rhythm with it, kind of like. Okay, so make sure you practice that a few times. Like da 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 da, because that's really what makes the song. Okay, and then so for this part, what we do is this: we go, and then we plug those two strings in the same time. So then again, it's the D string and the G string that I plug with my middle and ring finger. So. So I would suggest you try just going from these two chords at first, okay, so you get used to it. A few more times. Okay? You can pause the video if you want. And then once you got it down, it does the same exact thing, but right here. So we go to the next chord, the third chord, which is that A sharp minor 7, and then like this. Same kind of rhythm as the beginning, but on a different chord. Same thing. Thumb on the low E, middle on the D, and ring on the G. Okay? And then you go back to the second chord, okay, so with that same pattern, kind of like. Okay, so now let's wrap up the first part that goes. So that's the first part, right? Now second part is basically the same beside the last chord. Okay, so we go and this time, right? So we change to that B major 7 chord. So okay, so remember that B major 7 chord was first finger on the 7th fret, and then third finger on the 8th fret of the D, and fourth finger on the 8th fret of the G. Okay? Just like that. So alright? So in total, like wrapping it up all together, one time of it is this. Okay? The next part then is like when we got that little solo happening, and the solo part for the rhythm guitar part is actually okay? So here we go from that B major 7, kind of like with the first rhythm of the first chord, right? But right here. And then we go to that third chord, which is that A sharp minor 7, and then you go so like this. Da, 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 ba, da. that 3 times, okay? And then we go to the next chord, the second chord, okay? And then back to the first chord. And here I don't think he plays the root note, so he might even actually be doing this. And maybe it's not even minor 7. But really it doesn't matter that much, okay? So just like play the same chord and do the same rhythm, and then just kind of pull like that, or you could even do, it's really not that big of a deal. So okay, so recap of this little solo part, rhythm solo part, it goes like this. Alright, so I'll probably include like the chords in the description, and so you can follow along. And that's basically it for the chords. So here's how to play the solo. It goes like this. Okay, so first thing, we're gonna put our first finger on the 6th fret of the G string, and then we hammer on with our 3rd finger on the 8th fret. So, okay, then we do the same thing, but starting from the 7th fret with our first finger 7th fret of the B string this time. So, pretty common pentatonic run, so like this, and then we're gonna slide a whole step up, 2 frets up, to the 11th fret. Okay, so okay, so practice this a few times. And then we go back to that 7th fret right here with the first finger, okay? And then we're gonna add like do a little slow hammer on, so kind of like that. So it's okay. Then once we got this down, we do the same thing, and then we play this twice on the 7th fret. Okay? So up until now we got, okay? Then the next part goes same kind of thing, but this time we go, there's like this little added note right here with our 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the G string. So da 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 ba da, and then same slow hammer on. So okay, and then we go. So here we start from right here, the 11th fret, and we play that 12th fret with our 2nd finger. So first finger on the 11th fret, hammer on the 12th with the 2nd finger, first finger on the 9th, and hammer on the 11th with the 3rd, and then just first finger on the 7th. So total we got, so all together it goes. here you go. That's the solo. Thanks for watching. You know, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. You know, give me some comments and maybe like some other songs you want me to cover. And yeah, see you on the next one.